warm ourselves up. So we're gonna start with a skater this morning. Let me just, so we're gonna cross behind right here, like this, starting it off nice and easy. Bring an arm across the body and a foot behind. Nothing too crazy yet. I'm gonna start adding a little bit of a hop to mine. You're welcome to do the same. Keeping that chest raised. Couple more here. Give me one more set. All right, come to the center. We're gonna bring our hands behind our heads. We're gonna do some good mornings. So we're hinging at the hips and standing it up. You're gonna start feeling a stretch along the back side of the body, okay? Hamstrings, glutes, even the back itself. Hinging and back up. Hinge and back up. So a few more here. Give me 2 and 1. Very good. Stand up. We're going to bring our heels up towards our glutes here, like a butt kick or a hand curl, and start pulling with those arms from the front to the back. Okay? Starting it right here, easing into it, driving those heels. Couple more here like this. Give me 1 more each side. All right, back to those skaters, okay? So cross behind, cross behind. I'm going straight into the hop on this round. You do what your body is ready for on this Monday morning. Give me 2 more and 1 more. Bring those feet hip width apart. Hands come behind the head for those good mornings, okay? So hinge and stand up. We're going to add on to our good morning here. So we're going to do 1 good morning and then 1 prisoner squat. So you go into a squat, stand it up, hinge, and squat. All the prisoner squat means is just that we keep those hands behind our head, like we're under arrest, okay? Let's do 3 more little sets here. 2 and 1. All right, we're gonna do those butt kicks, okay? Bringing those heels up towards the glutes. You can stay right here. If you're feeling it, you can start running it, okay? Picking up those feet a little faster. Just listen to your body. I'm still taking my hands forward and back. I'm just starting out of sync with my feet. A little bit more here. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Feet hip width apart. And bring our hands to our legs. It's like bending those knees. We're going to do some standing cat-cow. So we're going to round and flatten. Round and round the other direction. Warming up that back. Give me a couple more. 2 more. And 1 more. All right, give me a roll to the top. Excellent. Okay, we're going to do some arms here. We're going to just pretend like we're doing a front stroke. We're swimming. Except you can still breathe because you're not in the water. So just swim. 1 arm and then the other. Then we're in a backstroke, okay? So take 1 arm back and then the other. 1 and then the other. Excellent. I'm going to take the arms and open them out. Bring them across the chest, out and across. Very good. All right, give me just a step touch side to side. My shoelace is seconds away from coming untied. So you guys keep going side to side. I'm going to tie that shoelace before things get bad. So today, for our circuit, we are going to be doing a descending circuit. And not a descending number of reps, as in we have 10 exercises, and the first time we do 10, and then the second time we do 9. What I'm meaning by today's descending circuit is that we have one exercise that every time we do 10 of. The second exercise we do 9 of every single time. The third exercise we do 8 of every single time. The fourth, 7, etc. on down to the last exercise where you do just 1 rep of it. Okay? Just follow along, you'll be totally fine. So that first exercise, the one that we do 10 of, is going to be a skater jump. So we did some skaters in our warm-up. With the skater jump, we're trying to really focus on like single leg. So let me demonstrate. So we're going to be jumping to the side, okay, and bringing behind, jumping to the side and bringing behind. So I did not touch down with that back foot, but that is an option. You're welcome to jump side and tap, jump side and tap. We're going for distance here on this one, so just give as good of a jump as you can. If you're not really into jumping, again, you can still cross behind and cross behind instead, but still trying to make it big, okay? For those of us jumping, we'll jump and cross, okay? So we'll do 10 of those each leg, all right? Okay, so I'm going to do that lateral jump, cross, lateral jump, cross. Again, you can touch down if the balance requires it. Keeping those chests raised. We're halfway through. Keep it going. Got one more set here. All right. Next, this one is 9 reps, bicep curls, easy peasy. So grab some weights. You can do 9 bicep curls with. We'll stand nice and tall. I'm going to do some hammer curls today. So my weights are going to be parallel to my feet. They come up like this and they stay parallel. Okay, 9 of these. Have a slight bend in those knees, but stand nice and tall. Keep it going. Breathe for me. Two more. And one more. Very good. Okay. So our next exercise, this one gets done 8 reps. Okay. This is going to be a deadlift variation. We're going to be doing some single leg deadlifts. Let me get some cues on that. You can kind of feel it out and see what option you want to do, because I will give a couple options. So with a single leg deadlift, we're coming to 1 foot, right? I like to bend my knee, and then I come down here thinking of my regular deadlift cues, not dumbbell cues. So I've got my chest open, shoulders back. I'm hinging at my hips, okay? Now, if your balance is not there yet, there are a couple things you can do. One of them is to kickstand that back foot right here. So most of my weight is still on this foot here, but I've got this kickstand for balance. And I'm coming here, down and up. Same thing, okay? So we'll do 8 one side, 8 the other. If even the kickstand is not working for you, just give me 2 sets of double leg deadlifts, okay? All right, so choose a leg to start with. If you're going to be coming up, come up. We're going to take it down and up. Remember those cues. Chest is open, back is nice and straight. Keep it going. You can even do this with, it's hard to talk and do it at the same time. You can even do this without weights. You just want to get the feeling of that balance, okay? Once you've done 8, you switch to that other side, okay? Sometimes I have to kickstand for 1 to get the movement, and then I'm good to go. Really focus. Still trying to keep the weight in that heel, but use the toes to spread out. Give you that balance. Got 1 more. All right, so on those, and I'll try and remind you this the next time. If you start to get wobbly, put that toe down, okay? It's better to do it with modification, but not wobbly. Wobbly is where we start to have the potential to hurt ourselves, and we don't want that, okay? All right, so tricep extensions are next. We'll be doing overhead tricep extensions. So grab either a single weight that you can hold with both hands or 2 weights that you're going to track together. Got my 2 weights. I'm going to do mine standing. You can do yours kneeling or seated, depending on your ceilings. All right, slight bend in those elbows. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. If you are using 2 dumbbells, I like to kind of set mine together. Helps them track together. It works if you have the hex-shaped ones. So 7 of these. When you get to 7, you put them to the side. The next exercise will not involve weights. We're going to be coming down to the floor, okay? We're going to be doing a reverse crunch and a sit-up. This one is 6 reps, okay? So for that reverse crunch, we like to take our legs up in the air. We want to think of kicking the ceiling, using the abs to help lift the glutes up off the floor. And then after we do that, we'll do a crunch right here, okay? Some people find it helpful to take the hands and put them under the hips for the reverse crunch, but then you're going to have to bring them back up to the head. You're welcome to do that to switch hand placement. I'm just going to keep my hands under my head the whole time, all right? All right, here we go. So we're going to crunch, kick the floor, not floor, ceiling. Reverse crunch, regular crunch, okay? 6 of these. 2 more. 1 more. All right. Then we're coming back up top. We're going to be doing an overhead press for 5. Okay? So choose some weights so you can do 5 overhead presses with. All right. You can do this kneeling or standing, depending on your ceiling height. I do mine standing. Noel has to do his kneeling. That's what happens when you're a foot apart in height. All right. So take it overhead and back down. Overhead and back down. Remember, just 5. 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent. We're going to be coming down to the floor and doing a dumbbell pullover. I like to do these with 1 dumbbell. It is possible to do them with 2. So I'm going to take 1 with me. We'll head down to the floor and I'll show you what a pullover looks like. So we're laying down, knees are bent, pressing that low back into the floor. Arm comes overhead with a slight bend in the elbow. We don't want to fully lock out the arm. And I bring it up overhead over top of the chest. And then up overhead and back over, okay? If you are using 2 dumbbells, it is possible. Just make sure they track the same, okay? All right, so let's do 4 of these. Start it so it's extended up above the chest. Bring it overhead, pull it up. Bring it over the top of the head and pull it up. So it's almost tapping the floor as it comes down. Just 1 more. All right, nice, everybody. So we're going to stay down on the ground. I'm just going to set my weights to the side. We're going to be doing a bridge variation. Oh, did I freeze? Dang it. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties, so sorry. All right, hopefully that does not happen again. So we're gonna do a butterfly bridge. So we're gonna sit up, bend those knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and then we'll lay back down, and we're gonna try and stay in this butterfly position as we lift up into a bridge, okay? If that is too difficult, feel free to bring the feet regular and do a regular bridge, okay? We're only doing 3 of these, okay? All right, so I've got my feet in that butterfly position, and I lift and lower. We're still focusing on glutes, okay? Glutes are driving this operation. Once you've done 3, come back down, okay? We're gonna stay on the floor for the next one. We're gonna do a dive bomber push-up. We have done these before, but quick review, and then I'll give some modifications too. We come up like we're in downward dog or pike, and I'm going to dive kind of my nose or my chest towards the floor. So it comes like that and up, okay? 2 options from here. Option 1, and let's see if I'm strong enough today, is to reverse that. That was a little rocky. Or you come here and you just come back up to that downward dog. We only do 2 of these, okay? Modifications, okay? So, one thing that you can do instead is just to give me a push-up and then head back up to downward dog or that pike, okay? You can also do it on the knees, push-up to pike, okay? If you are wanting, you're like in between, like you don't feel like that push-up to pike is doing a lot, but you are doing those push-ups on the knees, you can kind of lean back and try to still do that same movement, okay? So taking that, you almost want to be like, think about scraping your nose on the floor. Don't actually do that, but it should be coming close, okay? Trying to get it closer and closer to the floor. So just 2 of these, okay? All right. Here we go. Very good. When you've done your 2, we're going to do that final exercise that we do just 1 of, and this is going to be a wall sit, okay? We're going to do that wall sit for 30 seconds. So come over to the wall. We're going to slide down till those knees are at 90. All right, like we're sitting in a chair. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. If 30 seconds proves to be too much, feel free to stand up, shake it out, and even come back if we're still at it, okay? All right, let's sink it on down. Find that 90 degrees, press that back against the wall. 30 seconds is on the clock. While you're here, you're welcome to lift the toes. You're welcome to give me wall, shoulder angels, if it helps the time pass quicker, okay? All right, we are already almost 20 seconds in. Keep breathing, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good, stand up. All right, so those are the 10 exercises that we will do at varying different reps. So we will start at the top with those speed skater jumps. If you need a quick sip of water, I'm going to grab a quick sip of water, and then we'll do round 2. So that first one, we're focusing on that 1 leg balance, going side to side. I told you you could also do regular skaters. If you're kind of in between, you want to focus on that 1 leg balance, but you're not ready for the hop, you just step and step, okay? That's also an option, all right? Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to do that big jump, balance, big jump, balance, back and forth. You can take it at your own pace. Sometimes I have to pause if my balance is struggling a little bit. Keep it going. And then sometimes I can speed it up once I get into a groove. I've got 2 more sets. And my final one. Excellent. Once you're done with those, we're grabbing weights for our 9 bicep curls. So go ahead and grab those. Do the hammer curls if you remember. So stand nice and tall, curl it up, and straighten it out. Make sure you're breathing. Nine of these. 2 more. And 1 more. All right. So 8 is going to be those single leg deadlifts, okay? You can kickstand it, or you can balance. You can do a combo. Maybe you can do 4 balance, but then you get wobbly, so then you need to tap down after that. All right. Stand nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back. If you're coming to that 1 foot, come to that 1 foot. Trace down the leg. And up. Down. And up. Very good. Keep it going. And kickstand. I'm getting wobbly on mine. Got 1 more. All right, let me switch to the other side. Again, make sure that chest is open. Okay, here we go. Focus and breathe. I've got 1 more here. Very good. All right, overhead tricep extension is next. You switch to 1 heavier weight or 2 lighter weights. Bring those arms up. Or come to the knees too. I'm going to be standing with a slight bend in my knees. I'm going to bend and extend. Bend and extend. Keep it going. I've got 1 more and then I'm at 7. All right. Weights go to the side. We're coming to the floor. For 6, reverse crunch to sit up. Or I should say reverse crunch to regular crunch. Okay? So the hands are going to gently cradle the head. I'm trying to keep those elbows wide. Okay? All right. So kick the ceiling, crunch it up. Kick the ceiling, crunch it up. 5 of these. I've got 1 more. All right. Then I'm going to be coming up for an overhead press at the top. 5 of these. Did I say 5 with that last one? It was supposed to be 6. Then we're coming up to the top for 5 overhead presses, okay? All right, so grab some weights you can do 5 overhead presses with. Either kneeling or standing. Weights come up to shoulder height. Take it up and back down. Up and back down. So 5 of these. And 5. Next, we're coming to the floor and doing 4 pullovers. I'm going to take 1 weight with me for my pullovers. We'll also do 2 weights. So I'm doing 1, I'm holding my weight like this, end to end, and those hands, knees are bent, feet are pressed into the floor. Bring those hands up above the chest, bring it overhead and back up, keeping a slight bend in the elbow. Just 4 of these, okay? This is 3. And this is 4. Very good. Then we're doing 3 butterfly bridges. So I'm just going to set my weight over to the side out of the way. Bend my knees, bring the soles of those feet together, okay? We're going to lift up and lower. Remember, glutes are driving this. Just 3 of them. Very good. Then we flip over. We've got 2 divebomber push-ups or a push-up and a pike combo. Okay? So come up to that pike. I'm going to dive it towards the floor. Once you've done your 2, we're going to do our final one, that wall sit for 30 seconds. So stand up, find your wall. If for some reason you don't have a wall, you can always do a squat hold for 30 seconds. All right, sink down. Here we go for 30 seconds. This time I'm going to lift my toes up off the ground. You're also welcome to just really become one with the wall. No distraction needed. Just do what you need to do. Halfway through, guys. Keep it going. Make sure you're breathing. Be comfortable with the uncomfortable. 3, 2, and 1. Stand up. All right. Grab a sip of water. Let me go through again. I'll even try to get all the number of reps right this time. So we'll start with those speed skater jumps. And you know your modifications, so take them if you need them. I'm going to move my weight to the side, just so I don't accidentally injure myself. All right, here we go. So big jump, big jump. 10 of these. Halfway. Remember, you can tap that back foot down for balance purposes if needed. Got one more set. 9 bicep curls is next. Grabbing my weights for 9 curls. Stand up tall. Here we go. Curl for 9. Keep it going. 4 more. 2 and 1. All right. Then we have 8 single leg deadlifts. Okay. Again, these can be body weight if you're focusing on balance. It can be kickstand. Okay. All right. Chest open, shoulders back. Let's take it down and up. Down and up. Just 8 here. Got 2 more. Very good. All right, let's switch to the other foot. Again, check chest open, shoulders back. Here we go. If you get wobbly, kickstand that foot. I'm going to kickstand for 1. Get my form back. And 1 more. So we get to 8. All right, then we are to overhead tricep extensions. For 7. Grab 1 dumbbell or 2 of them. I'm going to do mine standing. Depending on your height, you may need to do these kneeling. All right, here we go. We're going to bend and straighten. Just 7, I've got 1 more. You've got to 7. Weights can go to the side. Then come to the ground and do a reverse crunch to the regular crunch. 6 of them. Got the number right this time, 6. So laying it down, fingers are going to gently cradle the head, legs come up. Let's kick the ceiling and crunch. Kick the ceiling, crunch. Try and keep those elbows wide. I've got one more. All right. Next is our overhead press for 5. So grab a weight. You can do 5 reps with. Start with the shoulders down. Bring that weight up to shoulder height. Shoulders are still down. Extend up and down. Five of these. I've got one more. Very good. Coming to the ground for 4 pullovers. Next, okay? I'm going to set one of my weights down. I'm going to come down to the floor. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Bring that weight up above the chest. Slight bend in the elbows to go overhead and back up for 4. Pressing that low back into the floor. One more. All right, I'm going to set my weight to the side. We're staying on the ground for the next 2. The next one is going to be 3 butterfly bridges. I bring the soles of my feet together, okay? My palms are up towards the ceiling. We lift and squeeze and lower. Lift and squeeze and lower. And one more. All right, then we flip over. We need 2 dive bombers, okay? Or 2 push-ups to pike. Do the option that works for your body. Here we go. All right, then we have a 30-second plank, not plank, a 30-second wall sit. Not changing it on you, I swear. So we're gonna come to that wall. We're gonna sink into that imaginary chair for 30 seconds. All right, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. I'm gonna do some wall angels this time. Okay, my arms come up and down. I'm pressing my head into the wall. It's gonna be really good for shoulder mobility. I'm gonna check that timer. Halfway through, guys. Keep it going. Give me 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up. Get a sip of water. You're doing great. Catch your breath to give you these nice deep breaths. And then we'll go again on this little descending circuit. If anything needs to be stretched, this is a great time to do it. Otherwise, just kind of keep moving. We'll get going here in about 10 seconds. We're going to start with that speed skater jumps, okay, side to side, focusing on that single leg balance. All right, here we go. So a big jump to the side, cross behind, big jump to the side, cross behind. 10 of these. Chest are raised. Keep it going. Okay, 2 more sets. All right. And we have 9 bicep curls. So grab weights, those curls. Do mine as hammer curls. Standing tall. Here we go. Elbows try and stay close to the body, but are not anchored there. Use that core to help us stay upright. How many is that, Noel?
6.
Okay. 2 more to get to 9. And 1 more. Then we're to those single leg deadlifts, 8 each side, okay? Shoulders back, chest open. Decide what foot you're going on first. Here we go. Get down and up. As we get more tired, you may feel it necessary to kickstand for more of them, or all of them even. Remember, we don't want to be too wobbly. Just 8 each side. Got 1 more here. All right, let me switch to that other side. Here we go. Keep it going. Three more. Ooh, have the kickstand here. Very good. All right, so then we're going to be doing an overhead tricep extension. So grab weights that work for 7 of those. Standing tall, weights come up over the head, or kneeling tall, okay, for my tall friends. All right, bend and straighten. Keep going. For 7. Got 2 more. And 1 more. All right, 6, reverse crunch, regular crunch. Coming down to the floor for this one. Fingertips, we're going to gently hold that head. Bring those feet up into the air. Kick the ceiling. Give me a crunch. Kick the ceiling. Give me a crunch. For 6. On the crunch, make sure you're leading with the abs and not with the head or the neck. I've got 1 more. All right. Then we're coming up for 5 overhead presses. Okay? To get yourself up, grab some weights. You can do 5 overhead presses with. All right. I'm going to bring those weights up to shoulder height. Extend them up and down for 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. We're going to come to the floor. We're going to do 4 pullovers. I'm going to take 1 weight with me. Have bent knees, feet pressing into the floor, low back pressing into the floor. Bring that dumbbell up, slight bend in the elbows. Bring it overhead and up. Overhead and up. Just 4 of these. And this is 4. Very good. All right, I'm going to set my weight to the side for my 3 butterfly glute bridges. Okay? Bring the soles of my feet together, palms up towards the ceiling, lift and squeeze and lower, lift and squeeze and lower, and that 3rd time. Very good. And we'll flip it over. We've got 2 dive bombers. I froze again. I do not know what is happening to me, guys. I apologize. So flip over, get going on those dive bombers. All right. Or the pike to push up. Very good. Then we're finishing with that 30-second wall sit. So stand up. Just FYI, That was the last time we're going through the circuit today. Doesn't mean we're done, but it's the last time through the circuit. Okay? All right, so come to that wall, slide into that imaginary chair. We're going for 30 seconds. This time I'm going to lift my heels, as I say here. You are also welcome to just hold. Okay? Do what your body needs to do. Keep it going. Halfway through. Keep breathing, friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Stand it up. Woo. All right. Shake that out. Weights are going to the side. I'm not going to be using those in these last few exercises. So, what we're going to do to finish here today is we are going to do some back work, mostly back extensions. So we're coming down to the floor on our stomachs. What we're going to do is we're going to do a descending little back section here. We're not going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to go by twos. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Okay? So come on down. We're going to start with some Supermans. So arms straight above the head. Laying down on the floor. And we're going to lift and lower. You are also welcome to do alternating ones where opposite arm and opposite leg are going instead of full upper, full lower. All right? 10 of these here. Here we go. We're going to lift and lower for 10. Eyes are on the floor. Two more. And one. All right, come to the floor and rest for a sec. The next one we're going to do is an X, back extension. So we make our body like an X. Arms and legs come wide. We're going to lift and lower right there. Okay? If that's a stretch for you, you're welcome to keep it center and still keep going with Supermans or alternating Supermans even. So it's descending but by twos. So this time we're doing 8 reps. Okay? So bring it out wide. For 8, here we go. Up and down. Two more. And 8. Very good. All right, rest for a second. So we're going to do X bends next. So we're going to stay in this X position. But what we're going to do is we're going to lift up. I'm going to bend, bring my hands towards my head, my feet touch together, and we tap out. So we'll do 6 of those. Again, if that's too much, you can go to either the X back extensions, or back to Supermans if you need to. Okay? So 6 of these. We'll come to that X, lift up, bend, and straighten. Bend and straighten. Eyes are still on the floor. Give me one more. All right, come to the floor. Whew. All right, so we have 4 of the next one. We're going to do some swimmers, okay? So with swimmers, we're coming back to that Superman position. Arms are above the head, eyes are on the floor. We're going to lift up, and we're just going to flutter the arms and the legs for 4, okay? Here we go. So lift and flutter. 2, 3, and 4. Very good. Come on down. All right. So our final one, this is the one we're doing 2 reps of. We're going to lift up into Superman, and then we're going to do a pull with the arms. So let me just show you for a second. I'm going to lift up, and then while I'm still lifted, arms pull out to the sides like you're doing a lat pull down, and then straighten back up, okay? And then lower to the floor. So lift, pull, back up, and down. Just 2. All right? And then we're done. Here we go. So lift, pull, up, and down. Lift, pull, up, and down. That's it. Bend those elbows. Bring them in close. Come up to those forearms and stretch it out. Pros again. I'm so mad at the camera today. All right. Hopefully you're in that Sphinx pose. You are stretching. There we go. All right. Stay here for just a few more seconds. We're gonna come up, scooching the knees under, sitting back into child's pose. All right, we're gonna take one arm over the top. So now we're taking the stretch a little bit through the side. And back to center, take that other arm over the top. And back to center. We're gonna come up onto all fours and do some cat-cow here. Running up and running the other way. Taking this at your own pace. Sinking into it as much or as little as feels good. Give me one more. Very good. We're going to tuck those toes and we're going to press up and back into downward dog. Find a good foot placement and then pedal those feet. One heel going to the floor and then the other. Couple more here. Now press both those heels towards the floor. Really sink into the stretch. Now come to the floor, come to those knees. And bring one knee forward. Okay? We're going to bring our hands to our hips. We're just going to tuck the tailbone, but also tuck the pelvis and lean forward a little bit. And you're going to be feeling a stretch, so in the hips that you can't see on me right now. It's a very small stretch. And depending on how tight your hips are or how flexible they are, you might feel this a lot, or you might not feel it much at all. And back to center. We're going to switch knees. This other one here. So again, tailbone is tucked, but pelvis is tucked too, and we're going to lean forward. So now I'm feeling it right through here. All right, have a seat on the floor. We're going to do modified hurdler stretch. So one leg goes out straight, the other one is bent here. You take an arm across the body and then this other one down. Just reaching for whatever you can, trying to gently ease yourself into the stretch as best as possible. Bring those hands in front of you on the floor and hinge forward, stretching a little bit. We're going to sit up. We'll go to the other side. One leg out, this one bent here. Arm comes across and this one comes down. Bring those hands to the floor in front of you, and again, just lean gently into the stretch. And sit up. We're going to lay on our back, okay? So gently roll yourself on down to the floor. You're going to take one leg to the floor. We're going to take this other leg up. Grab the back of it and gently pull, stretching that hamstring. Go ahead and circle the ankle. Circle the other way. Our ankles helped us out a lot with those one leg moves today. All right, stop. And then pull a little more if you can. Even come higher. Do whatever you need to do to get that nice stretch. All right, now bend that knee. Hug that knee towards the chest. You're going to take that opposite hand, grab that knee, and gently pull it across the body. We're going to try and keep those shoulders on the ground as you rotate through this one. Come back to center. Take this leg to the ground. We're going to take that other leg up, grabbing the back of that leg. I'm going to add that ankle circle right here. Circle the other direction. Now stop and pull a little more on that leg. And go ahead and bend. Hug that knee towards the chest. Take that opposite hand, grab that knee and gently pull it across the body. While that arm lays out to the side. Bring this knee back to center. Bring that other knee up. Got both knees. You can have them nice and wide. Add a rocking motion side to side if it feels good. And come to center. We're going to do figure four, so let go of the knees. Cross an ankle over the opposite thigh. Thread those hands around that bottom leg and gently pull. This bent knee here presses out. Keep getting that stretch in the hip and in the glute. Switch to the other side, cross that other ankle over that other thigh. Grab the bottom leg and gently pull. Let's release and bring both feet to the ground and gently pull ourselves up. Find a comfortable way to sit. We're going to bring an arm across the body, grabbing it above the elbow. You're welcome to add a wrist circle here. We'll release and bring that other arm across. And again, you can add a wrist circle here. All right, we're going to release and bring an elbow up towards the sky. Grab it and stretch out the tricep muscle. Release and do the other side. Release and bring those arms down. Let's do one deep breath together. Okay, let's inhale our arms up. Exhale our arms down. All right. Thanks for being here today. As always, guys, I appreciate it every single week.